Hello, and thank you for watching this Corn Belt Regional Forecast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, over the next 10 days, we continue to see good agreement amongst our long-range models that we're going to continue to trend toward a cooler pattern across the entire central U.S., across the entire Corn Belt, as we head into the final days of the month of October. Over the last 24 hours, really the pattern has been, or the story has been driven by this major storm system across the central U.S., the area of low pressure continuing to spin away across the upper Great Lakes. As we look at the satellite picture, you see that classic comma shape. Our storm has now matured and will begin to weaken and decay as it moves on out of here over the next 24 to 72 hours. But really a textbook look here, and plenty of cooler air coming in on the backside. You know, we had warm air advection on the leading edge there. They're feeling that on the east coast now, but then a big area of precipitation along that front and then wrapping around the area of low pressure. Across Minnesota and Wisconsin, likely a cool rain falling over the morning. And I don't mean cool as in, neat. We're talking about a blustery, chilly, rainy day across parts of the upper Midwest here as this area of low pressure continues to spin away. Still dealing with some of the winds associated with that strong area of low pressure too. We'll talk about that in a moment. Once again, though, you can kind of see the storm system, the warm air advection out ahead. We've got cool air coming in on the backside, that area of low pressure again spinning away right across this area with the transition zone across the eastern Corn Belt now. As we look at the hazards map from the National Weather Service, again, we got these the tan shading here. This is our wind advisory, and then in the center there, we've got the gold color. We actually have a high wind warning across parts of southern Minnesota into northern Iowa, and that's where we're watching for winds to gust anywhere from 40 to 55 miles per hour. Again, coming in on the backside of this storm system as the area of low pressure sits across the Great Lakes. We've got these strong winds wrapping in on the backside. So again, through the day across parts of Minnesota, the eastern Dakotas into Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois, those strong northwesterly winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour, perhaps gusting 40 to 55 miles per hour. And again, that is just going to continue to badly beat the corn stalks and the soybeans out there that have not been harvested. And so again, just more trouble as we talk about this harvest here and what has really been a problematic growing season as a whole. Now we can take a look at these winds here as we go through the next 24 to 72 hours. The strongest winds are expected to peak here as we head through the morning hours. It's when those winds will be the strongest, but still again seeing sustained winds 20 to 30 miles per hour across a big section of the Corn Belt here coming out of the west, northwest, even down into parts of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, still seeing winds gust over 30 miles per hour as we head through the day today. The winds do begin to kind of wane as we head through the day Wednesday, but we'll have another system coming through here that could bring some gusty conditions to parts of the high plains as we head into Wednesday morning. Now we'll take a look at the precipitation forecast here from the high-resolution NAM model. That's going to show us this storm system finally beginning to lift off to the north. We've got a clipper-like system that comes in, and then we've got all sorts of problems as we head toward the weekend. And I mean problems in the terms of weather model disagreement as far as where we are headed over the weekend. So here goes the storm system as we head through the day today, perhaps seeing enough cold air wrap in on the backside to see some light snow across northern portions of Minnesota as we head through the day today. This would be Tuesday. Those light snow flurries could move into parts of northern Wisconsin as we head into the late afternoon, evening, and early overnight hours. Not expecting any significant accumulation, but certainly just a rather unpleasant and cold day in that area. Now, as we head into Wednesday morning, we will watch a clipper system kind of dive in out of Alberta and Saskatchewan. That could bring some light snow to the Dakotas during the morning on Wednesday. This low kind of quickly swings through again on the heels of this cold front, the heels of this major storm system we're dealing with now. Not a lot of moisture for this one to work with as it moves through parts of the Great Lakes here, Wisconsin and Illinois. So likely going to pass through here quietly on Wednesday. Now we get a piece of upper level energy, a wave that kind of breaks off here across parts of the southern plains as we head into the late part of the week. We'll have to talk about what that means here in just a moment. But the total accumulated precipitation over the next 60 hours, taking it through Thursday morning. Again, watching this storm system move on off to the north and to the east. Then watching for the clipper system to bring in some light precipitation, maybe some light snow to parts of southwestern North Dakota, into a big chunk of South Dakota. We'll watch for some rain showers across parts of the south here, moving into Kansas and Missouri, perhaps as early as Wednesday night, and then lifting into parts of Illinois as we get into the day on Thursday, watching for maybe some light rain showers in that area. Now the GFS will take us out a little bit further, but I'm going to use caution as we get to the end of the week. The GFS lifts this system out of the area as we get into Tuesday, or the end of Tuesday here, into Wednesday, watching the Clipper system move into the Dakotas here on Wednesday, perhaps bringing some light rain, some light snow to the area. Quickly that slides on off to the east as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. Then we watch this little system move here, bringing light rain showers to the eastern Corn Belt here on Thursday, to parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, into southern Michigan and Ohio. Now this is where the big differences happen. The GFS takes this system, lifts it on out of the area. We're going to take a look here at the precipitable water forecast here. This is from the Canadian model. I'm showing this because due to licensing stuff, I can't show the European model, but the trusty long-range Euro has a very different story than the GFS, which we've got over here on the right. I'm going to take this out. We'll go through time with it so I can show you where the differences begin. So we start off heading through the day today, very similar look. We're watching this upper level low continue to move on out of here. This is the storm system that's plagued us over the last 2 days or so. Still looking good as we head through the day on Wednesday. We watch this little wave kind of move through, bringing perhaps the light rain showers to parts of the area here Thursday. Very similar look again. This is where we could see some rain across parts of the eastern Corn Belt here on Thursday. Now this is where the big differences happen. We take this into the weekend. The GFS over on the right is just going to take this wave, take this front, and begin to clear it out of here. You see the front just kind of sinking across the area. And this little wave where I would draw it right in about here, where you can kind of see a bit of a curvature like that. It takes this wave, just pushes it out of here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now let's take our attention, put it over here on the left. Now instead of the wave just moving through like it does here on the GFS, kind of breaks off here across the southern plains, across parts of the southwest, across New Mexico. And then it sits here Friday and then lifts through the Corn Belt as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Watch this. Here comes Saturday and into Sunday. So if I just take the drawings off here, looking at the forecast here Saturday at 7 p.m., big difference here where you can see we're starting to develop a circulation here. We're starting to get a storm system developing. If you look at the GFS, we've just got this front clearing on out of here. What does that difference mean? Well, if we look at what the Canadian model does here over the weekend, it brings the storm system right through the eastern Corn Belt here, bringing some rain to parts of Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, where we're trying to get the harvest done, parts of Kentucky and Tennessee getting some precipitation there as well. Now, if I take you back all the way to the GFS model here, we'll take this into the weekend, get to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nothing going on in this area at all. Who do I believe? Well, we've got the Canadian model, we've got the European model, we've got the German long-range model, we've got the UK long-range model, all of which suggest a storm system moving through this area, bringing some rain to at least parts of Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, into Michigan and Ohio as we go through Saturday and Sunday. So I think the GFS with its dry solution, likely not correct. I'm going to lean toward the Canadian model, the European model, the UK model, the German model, all of which bringing a storm system right through this area. See it once more as we get into Saturday and then Sunday, bringing another swath of precipitation right through this area. Again, we'll watch this closely again. Eric will have another update tomorrow with the long-range weather analysis for the U.S. He'll have the update on Thursday again. So day by day, we'll track this. I'm just giving you my opinion now. If you look at the GFS model, it has a beautiful weekend across the central and eastern Corn Belt here. Plenty of sunshine and pleasant temperatures, but I think you got to use caution when you buy that forecast. I think we're likely leaning toward seeing a storm system track through here Saturday and Sunday. So it'll be interesting to watch and see which model begins to cave to the others. But when you got 5 that say a storm system and then the GFS out here saying it wants none of that, you got to kind of just look at the numbers here and go with your gut. And that gut reading again, saying a storm system in this area Saturday and Sunday. That means when we take the look at the GFS 10-day precipitation forecast, we see this ribbon of precipitation. This is your Thursday storm system that moves through the area. But I think you got to add another swath right in this area, another swath of precipitation, perhaps up to an inch across this area as we watch this storm system perhaps track through this region, a storm system that the GFS model is not acknowledging at all at this point, or at least handling very different. Temperatures then for the next couple of days, we'll look at the high temperatures first. For the day on Tuesday, Chilly off to the north, again, a very cold rain, perhaps some light snow falling across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Highs only in the 40s in that area, 60s off to the south for the day on Wednesday, then even cooler off to the north. High temperatures only in the upper 30s. Heading into Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Overnight lows, we'll go ahead and play this out slowly again. Freezing temperatures across the west here as we wake up on Tuesday morning. On Wednesday, we watch those freezing temperatures shift to the north and to the east across the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and perhaps northern Iowa. Big area of sub-freezing temperatures as we wake up on Thursday morning. This would have overnight low temperatures below freezing across Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, the north and west from there. And then waking up on Friday morning, freezing temperatures even a bit further to the south, expanding now across all the way into parts of Illinois, northern Missouri, and parts of the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have our long-range U.S. weather analysis tomorrow, Wednesday morning, an in-depth look at the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Thursday morning ag forecast video, and then I'll be back to talk about the Corn Belt on Friday. Have a great day.